Changing gears again today. I have the Golf in here, just going over some routine maintenance and stuff. If you guys haven't seen my TDI Golf, dirty little car. This is a 2015 TDI with full deletes, and it has a pretty aggressive tune on it, but for the most part it's fairly stock. So it still has a stock turbo and stuff like that. And I did the deletes. It's got a Rawtech exhaust, and again the tune to go with it. It also has a little brake upgrade, intake, new speed rear support bar in the back, and it's great. The car's awesome. 60 miles per gallon on the highway when I'm just cruising real light, but at least 50 even if I'm not. Dyno, last time we had it on a dyno, I think it was around 150 to the wheels, which is like, I think stock made like 120, maybe a little more. I have to go back and look. But regardless, they're rated at 150 horsepower from the factory. This little turbo is out of breath completely at around 200 horsepower at the motor. This is all at the motor. Flywheel horsepower. I don't even know if it can get there. But we got something cool on the way. I spoke to a couple of people and I came up with a solution from a guy in England. I'll put his link in the bottom, you can check it out. And they have a GTD, which is the European kind of GTI version of this car. They have a GTD turbo that they have put a bigger wheel, and it's billet as well. So that turbo, which is basically a direct bolt-in for this, is rated from the factory as a 200 horsepower turbo from the factory instead of 150, and on top of that they do this modification. So I'm going to be putting that in, and I also got a gauge from my friends over at ECS Tuning. They hooked it up with a really cool gauge that goes in the air vent, so you're going to check that out too. That way we can monitor boost, EGT, and it can do like 0 to 60 and a bunch of other cool little functions. So we're going to put that in, test with that first. It's got V-Box data as well, but I want to see boost and EGT. And then the turbo will come hopefully next week or the following week after. So stay tuned for that. That should be a pretty impressive upgrade on this car. It already is a really impressive car. 0 to 60 times already in the 6s with this thing. I think the best I was able to get out of it was like a 6 point, I want to say it was like a 6.6 or 6.5. Huh? Marcus is trying to interrupt the video, and he did a damn good job of it. So 0 to 60 was, I believe, a 6.5 or 6.6, somewhere in there, mid 6s. With this setup as it is from the factory, these things are in the 9s 0 to 60, so huge difference already. Quarter mile time was already a 14.9 at 95 miles per hour with this setup. So my goal, to be honest, I'd like to see 100 miles per hour in a quarter. That would show me that this thing has 13-second potential, which is unbelievable for a little 2-liter diesel. So let's see what we can get. The Golf is just an awesome machine. This is a manual 6-speed, it's not DSG. I ordered this brand new in 2015, and I've loved every single mile of it so far. It also has an upgraded clutch for anybody who's gonna ask that question next. So it has all the supporting mods to really become something special. I really would like to see, like I said, maybe 200 wheel horsepower. That's not too far-fetched. And the torque is just crazy, so not even worried about the torque. It makes plenty of torque. But the other cool thing about this setup, I have the VAGCOM hooked up, and I've gone in there and kind of messed with some of the settings. I was able to completely remove traction control, so this thing just spins the wheels. So another cool little thing I got to try and prevent some wheel hop is from ECS Tuning. I also got this dog bone support. I don't know what you want to call it. It's like a filler, but it's basically like a little brace that goes in the dog bone for the engine mount, and that, or transmission mount, and that is supposedly going to eliminate or get rid of a lot of wheel hop and movement slop in the engine, which I'm seeing. So right now the current motor has about 42,000 miles on it. About 12,000 of it is on this clutch setup. The clutch did get rid of the dual mass, which made it a lot louder so you can hear the clutch. So to help with that, I also installed a fluid damper. So that helped out quite a bit to get rid of some of the vibration. And what else? Oh, some shifter bushings just to tighten it up. So a really cool setup so far. Really loving the car. Coilovers, of course. But realistically, like I said, 200 horsepower would be perfect. So stay tuned. We got some golf content coming. TDI of all things. I know a lot of people keep asking me about it. The wheels also, in case you're wondering, these are Koenig Hypergrams. Super, super light. It was the best 17-inch wheel I could find for this car. So it fits perfect. If you want to get a setup like this, hit them up. Koenig Hypergrams are awesome, especially in bronze. But I'm going to take it out now. This is a dirty, dirty car. I'm going to go take it out and give it a bath and clean it up. So we'll see that turbo soon. Hey kid.
What's up?
You want some horsepower?
Of course I want some horsepower. You got some?
Get in the van.
No, I can't do that.
What are you doing?
We're trying to set up rolling anti-lag. I want like actual launch control because I'm going to the drag strip tonight.
Oh, you are?
But like the speed sensor, something's weird.
Yeah.
In this car. I mean, every time I get a car, we can never do launch control. I don't know what it is, man.
You know why? Because you need a button.
No, I don't want a button.
The button follows you around.
Even Roberto's saying no button.
Yeah, no, you live for the button.
In Civics, not GTRs.
What about nitrous?
Not in GTRs.
No nitrous on the GTR?
No, maybe LS 400, but no GTRs.
Okay. Oh yeah, how's that thing?
I might flip it. I don't need it.
Really?
I got it for cheap. I might just flip it.
Is it junky? I haven't seen it.
It's honestly pretty nice.
How much you want for it?
Give me $2,300 bucks.
$2,300? You guys think that's a good deal?
I think it's a fair deal.
If you want a nice LS 400, hit this guy up.
Stock wheels. Comes with stock.
Comes with stock wheels. That's worth more.
Yeah. Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Because it has some weird 19.
Nobody wants those.
It looks like a donker right now.
A donker.
A donker.
Chris calls cars, like we have them down here called donks.
Donker.
In Texas, you know what they're called?
Yogis?
No.
Yonkers?
Nope.
I don't know.
Slabs.
Slabs?
Yeah.
I like donker better.
Yeah, I think it's like slow, low, and big. Slab.
Slab.
Slab, yeah. Well, anyway, here we've got donks. D-O-N-K. And he calls them donkers because you're bonkers.
Donkers. Get your donkers in.
Get your donkers. There's the old Golf, all nice and clean. Just waiting for its new stuff. I can't wait. I told you guys, turbo. And we've also got the P3 gauge coming for it, which is really cool. That should be here tomorrow, so that's going to be in the next video. And then next week, we'll have the turbo. It's a really straightforward install. It looks like you just pop the vent out, put the new gauge in, hook it up to the OBD. We'll see how easy it is. I think it's going to be pretty simple. But man, I keep falling in love with this car. It just keeps coming back to me. It's really, truly the best daily driver I've ever had. I'm saying it, and I'll say it again. If you have an opportunity to get one of these diesel Golfs, you're sleeping if you don't get one. Especially in a manual transmission. So, really a cool car. Stay tuned for that. I'm hoping it makes some good power. But I'm going to test that little P3 gauge. I'm going to test that against the V-Box and see just how good the 0 to 60 times are on it, and the V-Box will basically prove it for me. It'll be pretty fun to test that and use all the little functions. I'll be able to monitor EGT, boost, just basically a bunch of OBD data. So pretty cool. I'm excited about that. You guys are getting ready for Stance Nation this weekend, which is not my show of choice, but you know what? It's what we got. So they'll be going out to Stance Nation. If you're out this way, check it out. Go check out the guys. I don't think I'm gonna bring a car out, but I might just go and check it out just to hang out with everybody and see what's new. Past few years have been kind of, I'm gonna say stale. Haven't really seen a ton of growth in the car show scene past few years. But hopefully the whole like super stancy fad or whatever is coming to a close, because that is annoying. But anyway, polishing going on over here. TJ's working on this thing. He's buffing a living piss out of this. It's gonna look good?
I hope so.
You hope so?
It's only been like 5 hours now.
He's been working on this thing all day. They got the wheels off, everything. So come show some love, come out to the show, come say hi, and yeah, show us what you got. We'll be out there. Have a good weekend, guys. Oh yeah, one more thing. Dusty's fixed. Thank you very much. Back on the road. Ha ha ha. No more leaks. Hopefully it doesn't leak again. If it does, I'm just going to fix it.